All right, good day, Kennedy Wildcats, and whoever else is watching. My Char, who is my niece, enjoys watching these videos for whatever reason. I don't know. She must be impeccably bored. But good morning, Char. All right, today we are going to be working on integers and graphing. This is lesson 1 of chapter 5 in Glencoe. If you have that book, it is page 345. So if you are not there, you're going to want to get there. We are starting this brand new unit, and I love integers. Integers, numbers, positive numbers, negative numbers. I love numbers. All right, so we're going to look at how we use integers and absolute value in real-world situations. And we're going to start with this real-world link. Okay, it talks about money. And it gives us this beautiful bar graph. And that bar graph tells us about the amount of money remaining in a clothing budget for 4 students at the end of the month. Okay, I don't get a clothing budget. I wish I had a clothing budget, but I didn't get one. All right, at the end of the month, anything that is in the positive, which is up here. See, here's your line of not having money. This is 0, means you don't have any money left. The above means you've got money left. If you go below 0, well, that means you spent too much money, and then you got to beg, borrow, and plead from your parents to get money because you overspent. All right? So, positives, we have money. Negatives, you owe money. Okay? All right. Then it asks us, what number represents owing $8? Well, if we owe money, then we are below 0. Below money, we owe. Below 0, we owe money. So we've got over here, it says 0, then negative $2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, so who owes $8? All right, Myron. Myron's way down here. Myron way overspent. Which Myron sounds like a guy's name, and let me tell you, the girls are going to overspend faster than the guys. All right, so what number represents owing $8? Well, that would be negative 8. How about what number represents having $5? So that means they did not spend all they had. They had $5 left. They could go get a smoothie, maybe a chicken nugget meal. Okay? So who's got money left? We only have 2 people. We got Elijah here, who's got $2 left. If you follow it over, it says 2. And Berto here, he's got 2, 4, and in between 4 and 6 is what? 5. So who's got, what number represents $5? Just a positive 5. All right, who has the most money left and who owes the most? So you look at your 0, who's highest above 0? That's who has the most. So Berto has the most money left. Let's see. All right, Berto has the most left. He's got positive 5. Who owes the most? Well, that would be Myron. All right. So I have Berto has the most money left. He has plus 5, or just 5. And Myron owes the most. He owes $8, so he has negative 8. Somebody definitely needs to have a talk with Myron. All right. Hopefully you can see that okay. Give you just a second before we move on. All right, remember, at any time, if you need to pause this video to write down your notes, make sure that you do that, okay? All right. Here we go. All right, our mathematical practices, really, we didn't use too much here. We pretty much read a graph, right? So we could say that we use mathematical tools, I guess, and we attended to precision. So I would say 5 and 6. Maybe make use of structure because we did look at a graph, and a graph has a lot of structure in it. All right, let's go on to our next page. All right, we have positive numbers and their opposites, and 0 are integers. Okay, these are all integers, basically numbers. Positive, negative numbers, 0. And they represent data that is less than a 0. No, I'm sorry. Let me start that again. To represent data that's less than a 0, you can use negative integers. A negative integer is written with this beautiful negative sign. Data that's greater than 0 is represented by positive integers. And you can either write that as a plus or just write the number. If you write a basic number, you know it's a positive. All right? So 0 is neither negative or positive. It's just like neutral. Means you don't have anything, you don't owe anything, but you don't have anything. It's just neutral. Okay? Negatives are everything to the left of 0, meaning you owe money. Positives are everything to the right of the 0, meaning you have money. The more to the left you go, the more money you owe. So the bigger the negative, the more money you owe. So you want to get a less negative and get closer to 0. Okay? All right, write an integer for each situation. If we have a 10-yard loss, think about football. If we lose 10 yards, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Yeah, that's a bad thing. We went negative 10. We lost yards. Now, if they said no gain, there was no gain on the play, then that's just 0. You've had no gain, so that would be a 0. 4 inches of rain above normal. Now, we didn't lose rain, we gained rain. We have 4 inches above normal, so that's going to be a positive 4 or just 4. $48 deposit into a savings account. Putting money in is always a positive number. It's when you spend too much that it's negative, all right? So if you think about things like, if you ever heard your parents say they bounced their checking account or they went negative in their checking account, that means that they accidentally overspent. They spent more money than they actually had. All right, let's do these got it problems. If we gain a gain of $2 a share, anytime you gain, that's going to be a positive. So that's just going to be a positive 2. 10 degrees below 0. Okay, think about that. If it's 10 degrees below 0, that is really cold. Okay, so below 0 would mean negative 10. And sometimes when we talk about doing school closings, that's when they talk about those negatives. Like it's negative 13, but the wind chill is negative 26. That means that the actual temperature might be negative 13, but when you add the wind in there, it feels like a negative 26. A lot of reasons that's why they cancel school. It's not because of the actual temperature, it's because the wind temperature is so cold that they don't feel that it's safe that you walk or ride to school. Even if you ride a bus, if it broke down, you could be in big trouble. All right. Integers and sets of integers can be graphed on a horizontal or vertical number line. To graph a point in the number line, draw the point on the number line at its location. Okay, so they're going to give us this example here. Negative 7. Again, negative is to the left of 0. So you're going to go to the left, negative 7, and put your dot. Okay, then it asks us to graph the set of integers. We got a negative 4, so start at 0 and go to the left 4 places, negative 4. We've got a positive 2, so that goes to the right 2. And negative 1 goes to the left 1. Negatives are always to the left of 0, positives to the right of 0. Okay, same thing if you go up and down. If you go up and down, positives go up. Think about like, I always remembered positives by like, and I'm not a very religious person, but positive is like going to heaven. You know, you go up to heaven, and if you're bad, it's a negative thing, and you go down to, well, you know where you go. Anyway, so that's another way to think about it. If you think you're going to forget, positives go up, negatives always go down. Positive things in your life always usually make good things happen, right? But negative or bad choices kind of make things worse and make you go downhill in life. Same type of thing. All right, so then they ask us to plot 0, 2, and negative 3. We got a 0 here. Negative 3 goes down 3. And positive 2 goes from 0 goes up 2. All right. It asks us to graph these numbers on the number line. What are we going to do with them? All right, we've got negative 3. So start at 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. We have a 0. 0 is pretty easy. It's right here in the middle. We've got a negative 2, negative 1, negative 2, and a positive 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, it's asking us to do this one, but it doesn't give us the number line, so we have to make one. Let's see, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, 4, negative 5, gracious. 6, 7, 8, 9, just for good sakes. All right, we got positive 8 all the way over to positive 8. Put it up. Negative 6. Where's my 0? I didn't put a 0. Shame on me. Negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 6. Negative 9. Keep going down further. And positive 5. Now notice here that negative 6 is closer to 0. So negative 6 is actually a better number to have. It's a greater number than negative 9. Owing $6 is better than owing $9, right? So negative 6 is actually greater than negative 9. We'll learn that in another upcoming lesson. All right, take a minute, pause, write this down, okay? So that you can get this figured out. And I'm going to be moving on with the second session in about 5 seconds.